Hey guys, I'm Rugved and I will be your Gyani buddy for today. So in this video, we will discuss about my experience at the GRE center during this pandemic. Okay, so let's begin. First of all, I would like to say that you will get a call from the center about 1 or 2 days before the exam. You can ask your doubts, you can shoot your questions right away. You can ask them about the location, about the center, about the arrangements, anything you want, about if there is an air conditioner or not. In my case, yeah, I had the center had the air conditioner, and also they will tell you to carry passport, but don't carry your own stationery. It's not allowed, guys. So they will provide you the use and throw pen, right? Okay. So let's say this is your exam day. So it is recommended that reach the center 30 minutes before the exam, at least 30. I would recommend you to reach the exam center 1 hour before the your exam time, just in case there is some traffic issue, or on that day you are not able to find the exact building. So keep that buffer. Once you reach the center, they will ask you for passport. They will verify your passport. You will be asked to form a line. They will check your temperature. Just hope that you're all fine on that day, and you don't have any fever or something, any such symptoms which could get you into trouble on that day. Okay, so they will ask you to form a line. They will check your passport is mainly checked. They will compare your signature, and they will compare your photo, name, and everything. One suggestion I would like to give is, make sure that your signature is same as you had on passport, in case you have changed your signature or something like that. Because they compare signatures. Further, mask, you need to carry your mask. This is compulsory, and they have specifically said that the mask which you wear should not have any extra openings. So like in case in some masks there's some air openings, right, on the left or right or anywhere, just a smooth plain mask should do fine. Okay, don't wear anything. You can actually ask this on phone, depending on the situation, of the pandemic. Actually, you can ask them about what kind of mask you should carry. Okay, so by the time you reach the center, they will you should only have passport and your essential bags, eatables or something like that. Don't carry a lot, just carry some biscuits or something like that. Yeah, very simple. You don't have a lot of time to eat, so you won't be able to have a proper breakfast or lunch or something like that. Just something very light. Okay, so once you reach the center, they will allot you lockers. Okay, once passport verification is done, they will give you a form and allot you a locker. You can keep your stuff, bag or some bottle, everything you want, you can keep it over there. They will in my case, they had asked me to keep my eatables outside the bag but inside the locker. So it depends on the situation, actually, situation and the center. Like if they have some table arrangement done, so they will ask you to keep your eatables on that table. In my case, they had asked me to keep it in the locker. Okay, also keep your passport all the time with you only, unless they specifically mention that you should submit the passport. In my case, they had asked me to keep the passport with myself throughout the exam, even in the break. Okay, so for next once this is done, the next thing is security check. They will basically check your pockets, back pockets. Then if you're wearing shoes or something, they will check your socks. Like, they won't ask you to remove it, I think, depending on the situation again. But as far as I saw, they just asked to check. They check your ankles. Then if you are wearing any sleeves, like long sleeves, then they will ask you to roll up your sleeves. And if you are wearing any hoodie or something, they will ask to check. They will check that also. They do proper checking. Okay, and once that is done, that is out of the way, they will ask you to again sign somewhere. Just do it just for formality, and they will assign your PC. They will click your picture. They will ask your birth date or name or something for just to verify, and then they will allot you a PC, like let's say A32 or something. That's like room number A, and on the 32 PC number, 32 number PC, you have to go there. And one important thing I would like to state here is, don't panic when you enter the room and see people typing. Okay, so it happened with me that I thought that people had started, the exam had started and I was late due to security check, but that was not the case. The reality is, you can, and once you enter the room, you can start the test anytime. Like let's say your exam time is 10 a.m. and you reach, you get into the room at 10:05. Even if that's fine, don't worry, you're not late, and yeah, your exam will go absolutely fine. There will be no issue like you get less time or something like that. So don't worry about it. You can almost everyone starts at different times because they send in slots, like five people enter the room, like that, in that way. Okay. And also they provide noise cancellation headphones. I won't say noise cancellation, but they some sort of help in terms of earphones is provided, so that you don't hear typing of other students. And don't expect it to be a very calm environment, but it's bearable. You can do it. It's not an issue over there. So don't panic in that moment that you had practiced it in a very calm environment, and due to some error, don't let that affect your exam, right, performance. Okay. So once that is done, there will be a simple start button or something on the screen, and just to verify that that is your PC, because they don't ask you for ID or something, they just ask you for passport. Then you need to verify, right, you are sitting on the right PC, because that's important. So once you go to the PC, you will see your photo which they had just clicked. So that is one of the way you can make sure that yeah, that is your PC only, and you are going to attempt your exam. Fine. Next step is, then you will have half an hour, 2 essays, EWS section. And once that is over, then there will be quant and verbal. The order might change, as you know. Then there will be 10-minute break. So let's say after this, before this break, after your exam, like 2 essays and 2 sections, you will be shown that you will be given an option to choose the break option, 10-minute break option. So make sure you select that. Okay. And I think as one important thing was that I was not allowed to carry my water bottle inside the exam hall. Even if they allow you, they don't they should have no wrapper or something, like there should be no way you could write cheats or something like that. Yeah. And also your palms should be clean, like there should be no pen mark or something. Even if it is not related to the exam, it's not allowed, guys. So don't do any sort of thing. Make sure you clean your hands or something, anything, whatever is written on hands or something. Yeah, you don't want to waste your time. It's not like they will not allow you to sit for the exam. They will clean it up and it will take time and something. So don't waste that time. Okay. In the 10-minute break, so 10 minutes is really short time, because you go to the locker, okay, and then you like drink water or eat food, and you have to come back. You could go to washroom, and you could just basically utilize that 10 minute properly and just calm yourself, get ready for the next sections. Okay. One important thing is, when you come back, they will again check, you have to go to security check again, and this will be included in the 10 minutes. So that is why I say that 10 minutes is not sufficient. So make sure you keep some buffer. Even if let's say you take 11 minutes, so don't worry that the test might have started or something like that. So let me tell you an experience, that whenever you give mock tests at home, you will see a 10-minute timer on the screen, but that is not the case at the GRE center. Even if you I personally went on the 11th minute, and it was not like a timer. So but they don't misuse it. In case security takes more time or something like that, don't worry about it, it's all fine. Okay. Once you get inside the hall, again there will be 3 sections. And during the entire time, if you have any technical difficulties, or if you need any scratch paper or something, they initially give you scratch paper, but if you want more, want to get replaced, you have already utilized it, so all you need to do is raise your hand. Okay. Don't scream or something like that, it will disturb everyone, and basically they will give you instructions about it, that you have to raise your hand, and someone from their team, or whoever is in charge or volunteer over there, they will come and help you out. Okay. So now there will be 3 sections, quant verbal quant, or verbal quant verbal. So after this 3 sections, with 1 minute gap, after this 3 sections, your scores will be visible. Quant and verbal scores will be visible on the screen. AWS section score will be will be available on the ETS portal 10 to 15 days later, approximate. You can check the days, amount of time it requires to show it on the portal. Okay, one important thing here to note is they do not provide you any printout or anything like that, so don't ask for don't ask them for it. And also remember the scores properly. It's not like you should be confused after the exam and think like, okay, I will just go home, check on the portal, and I will be able to view my score. That's not the case, guys. It takes about 10 to 15 days for your score to be visible on the portal, so do not forget your scores. Just just note it somewhere on your hand or something, and as soon as you get out of the center, maybe message someone, or just keep a note of it. Okay. And also at the last section, once your exam is over, there will be ETS provides you the chance to send your scores to four universities. So I would suggest remember the code, because the process is a bit confusing. There are a lot of drop downs and everything. It's a bit confusing, so remember the codes which of the universities which you want to apply. Okay. Overall, that's the main I have tried to cover everything in this video, but even if there is something lacking in this video, I have made a blog version for this video, right? I've shared my detailed experience, so even if in future there are any modifications, I will make sure that I will make the changes in the blog. So if you want to read the blog version of it, or you prefer blog version, so link is in the description. Do check it out. And that's it, friends. Thank you, and like, share, subscribe if you find it helpful. Thank you.